Hi guys, Dan here for BBC Learning English with this week's Learner Question. Find out what it is after this. Okay, this week's Learner Question comes from Ayub in Iraq. My question is, when should we add to after verbs and when should we not? Well, Ayub, this is a huge area of English and extremely tricky grammar, but we're going to give a very basic explanation. What you're talking about is called a verb pattern. Verb patterns occur in English when one verb is followed by another verb. For example, I want to play. There are three basic types of verb pattern. The full infinitive, to play, that's with the to. The bare infinitive, that's without the to, play. And the ing form, playing. Because you asked about infinitives and bare infinitives, we're only going to focus on those two. Unfortunately, Ayub, there are some verbs in English which are just followed by the full infinitive. There's no particular reason why, because. Examples of these are agree, want, hope, expect, and refuse. For example, I hope to eat or I want to eat. Likewise, there are some other verbs which are just followed by the bare infinitive. These include modal verbs, so can, can't, will, won't, must. I must go, I can go, I will go. You have to learn them. There's nothing else to say about that, I'm sorry. However, all is not lost because there are other full infinitive patterns. Generally, after an adjective, especially one of feeling, we use a full infinitive. So for example, it's good to see you. I'm so happy to be here. Or it's important to remember your keys. And of course, we use a full infinitive at the end of a clause to explain why we're doing something. This is called the infinitive of purpose. For example, I want to go home to sleep. I hope that answers your question, Ayub. Thank you very much for writing to us. If anybody else out there has a question for Learners' Questions, please email us on learning.english@bbc.co.uk. Please remember to put Learners' Questions in the subject box and your name and the country that you're writing from or where you're from. We can't answer every single one because we get so many, but we do read them all. And for more information, don't forget to go to our website, bbclearningenglish.com. All right, that's it for this week's Learners' Question. I'll see you next time.